LeBron had an easy path to the finals pretty much every time. This is my hair now. What is good, YouTube? Damn, bro, I haven't done this in a minute, bro. Like, I'm getting red. I'm nervous. I've been slacking, bro. I just really been slacking. I even got a haircut, so I might look a little different. This was my hair before. This is my hair now. Chill, twin. So we got a good video today. It's something light. It's something chill. I kind of want to ease it in, relax, you know, keep it calm. The video we have is how did the Eastern Conference become this bad? So you got the West, we got the East, and the NBA. Usually, the East has been bad the past couple years. Let's check it out. Let's watch it.
This was the Eastern Conference in 2012.
Right off the bat, I'm pausing the video. Eastern Conference 2012. This was what, 15 years ago? Hey, this is solid. Prime LeBron, Dwayne Wade, a good Chris Bosh, a young D Rose, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard. That's prime Dwight Howard. A little bit older Kevin and Paul Pierce, and I think Rajon Rondo was like not as old. I guess what, bro? This guy in the bottom right, Joe Johnson. Never watched this game, so I don't know. But
this is the East today.
Trash.
Okay, we got to talk about the Eastern Conference.
Why is the East always terrible?
The Eastern Conference sucks, and everybody knows it.
Pretty much my entire lifetime, the East has always been shitty.
I sincerely believe that this upcoming East might be the worst conference I've ever witnessed in my lifetime.
Three teams from the same. We never see this. The last time this has happened is 2008.
So how did the East completely collapse?
I've been a part of the Eastern Conference my whole career. There's been years where we weren't as good. There's been dominant conferences throughout time. In the 90s, you had Chicago who dominated the league.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. In the 90s, the East was tough.
The year is 1998.
The Chicago Bulls.
Dude, this video is so fire.
NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat.
And Michael Jordan was going into his second retirement. The East had won over 60% of the championships since the inception of the league. Even looking at the wins per conference, we can see that the East was clearly miles ahead of the West. Teams play 52 of their 82 games within their own conference, so head-to-head records become the purest test of which conference is stronger. After Jordan's retirement in 1999, the East was still dominating the league,
besides the Lakers,
but a
what was the
Western Conference team won the championship.
Oh, the Spurs.
They must have gotten lucky since it was the lockout year. But in the very next season, the tables turned and the West was now having a higher winning percentage. This seemed like a sudden shift, except it didn't happen overnight. The seeds of this imminent downfall was planted many years ago. A mediocre Eastern Conference ball club called the Charlotte Hornets upgraded their front court by acquiring a promising big man from the Lakers.
Who's that guy?
It looked like a solid roster move for them at the time.
That was the Vopagic guy.
This was a trade. And in exchange for Vlade Divac, the Hornets gave away a 17-year-old high school rookie.
Damn.
1 month later.
Imagine giving away Kobe, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. The Charlotte Hornets, man, they're just a sorry franchise, bro. Like, I mean, now they're kind of picking it up. Now we got LaMelo and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, how do you get rid of Kobe, bro?
The
what,
NBA's
Popovich?
biggest rising star left the East and headed to Hollywood to sign with the Lakers. Then, in the 1997 draft, the Celtics had the highest odds to land the first pick, but fortune favored the San Antonio Spurs, who picked a quiet kid from the Virgin Islands. In the 1998 draft, the Milwaukee Bucks selected a skinny German forward with the 9th pick, and like the other Eastern Conference teams, the Bucks promptly traded him away to the Dallas Mavericks.
Steve Nash.
Okay, and Dirk, you have a statement you want to make? No.
Pass me the ball.
In the right spot.
No, I'm all right.
That feeling when you're trying to build your credit. And
Sorry
it's
about
like
this, y'all.
over and over.
Y'all won't see this. I'll edit this out. Don't worry about it.
Generational fumbles were relatively unknown in the late 90s until the turn of the century, after which the West began their domination.
The San Antonio Spurs.
Spurs won in 99.
NBA championship.
The Lakers won in 2000.
Again.
And again, back to back. Did they lose in 22? They won a three-peat? The Lakers won a three-peat, guys? No way. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Are your world champions.
The gap between the conferences was widening, fueled by the very talent the East had generously surrendered. In 2004, the Detroit Pistons bullied the Lakers super team to win the championship.
Oh, damn.
The first East champion in 5 years. But looking closer, the West still had the better winning percentage. In fact, the gap reached an all-time high. The Boston Celtics had made it to the playoffs with 36 wins. Their Western counterpart would be the 37-win Warriors. But the key difference here is that the Celtics were the 8th seed heading into the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Warriors were...
Dude, imagine how bad a conference has to be for you to win 30... For you to make the playoffs, the line is 36 wins. You have to... A losing record. That's sad, bro. That's just sad. And especially it's the Boston Celtics. They have history, too.
Only the 12th seed. If you dropped the Celtics into the West, they'd fall down to 13th. The West was winning 63% of games while the East was stuck at a measly 37. Despite the East having stars like LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Dwight Howard, it didn't do much to reduce the disparity. Even after the Celtics formed a super team, they only ended up with one championship. The West owned all the generational talent that the East foolishly gave away. The mistakes of the late 90s haunted them. The gap would keep widening until 2009. For the first time since 1999, the East briefly edged out the West in total wins, securing 51%. Surprisingly, the East had two teams win 60 games, while the West had only one.
Ooh,
but the Phoenix Suns finished 9th in the West with 46 wins. Yet that same record would have placed them 5th in the East, proving once again that the West was still the better conference.
Yeah, still competitive in the West.
In 2011, the Indiana Pacers drafted Kawhi Leonard and instantly traded him away to the San Antonio Spurs.
I didn't know he got...
Kawhi would go on to win 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards,
I didn't know Kawhi got
a Finals
drafted by the
MVP,
Pacers.
and the championship in 2014. Speaking of 2014, that season revealed just how broken the East was. The West had a 64% winning record, while the East crawled to 36%. The conference disparity reached one of its highest points, but that still doesn't tell us how vast the gap had become. To put it in perspective, the third-seeded Raptors won 48 games in the East. Yet that same record wouldn't have even qualified for the playoffs in the West. It was a total bloodbath. In 2015, the East had only 3 players on all NBA teams. But the West?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. Y'all LeBron fans, y'all LeBron D-Riders, y'all LeBron meat globbers. LeBron had an easy path to the finals pretty much every time, bro. I'm keeping it a bug. If y'all don't like it, then I don't know what to tell y'all, but I'm just keeping it a bug. LeBron, this is proving my point. The East has always been weak, especially the last 20 years, bro. Like, it's been terrible LeBron, cupcake way to the finals, and then from the finals, I mean, he would lose him, honestly. He would lose half of the times he was there. So, I'm just saying, bro, look at this. From the East, you got LeBron, Kyrie, okay, that's a given. You got Paul Gasol and the Bulls. Paul Gasol and the Bulls? Nah, see, I don't know. I gotta check his stats. But anyways, you got Curry, Clay. This is 2015. Curry, K, Harden, Westbrook, CP3. Ooh, y'all, hey, bro. Y'all kids right now, early 2010s era, like this era, Blake Griffin. Bro, Blake Griffin was cooking everybody, bro. Yeah, bro, Blake Griffin was just on one, bro. He'd be dunking, lob off the backboard, between the legs in the car, over the car, slam dunk. Like, the players nowadays, I'm trying to think who's like a rim runner that's like Blake Griffin nowadays to show y'all the comparison. But bro, they'll be cleaning Blake Griffin's shoes before the games, bro. Like, that's how tough he was. Marc Gasol or the other Gasol, young AD, old Tim Duncan, DeMarcus Cousins was like Joker before Joker. If you know, you know. Ardrick and DeAndre Jordan.
They had 12 players. The 9th seeded Oklahoma City Thunder won 45 games, similar to the Washington Wizards, who won 46. But the Wizards were the 5th seed.
Damn, the OKC.
Surprisingly,
what happened that year for OKC?
This weakness actually benefited the East. In a diluted conference, signing floor-raising players could land you a playoff spot, a strategy that would never work in the ultra-competitive West.
Look, Blake
By
Griffin,
this point,
I'm telling y'all,
the system felt fundamentally unfair to Western franchises. Executives from the West began actively
using Lens and Chrome makes it all simple.
Y'all not gonna see this ad, don't worry about it. I'm gonna edit this all out.
conference seeding.
And so what some of the Western executives are saying is, let's just get rid of the conferences and seed 1 through 16. Best 16 teams make the playoffs, have a balanced schedule, and forget about this imbalance, which frankly has existed for decades. The West has dominated the East for decades.
But there was a cap.
Dude, honestly, I kind of agree. I feel like to really get high quality playoff like matchups, 1 through 16, you're gonna get the best out of the best playoffs, bro. You're not gonna get these trash ass teams. I mean, the play-in kind of fixes that, honestly, because the play-in, like, you could get like a team that's in like the 10 seed go in over a team that was in the 8 seed. But 1 through 16 would be tough, bro. But you could get like it'd just be better matchups. I feel like you get like an OKC or like Lakers versus Knicks. Like, you know, like it'd be cool, but then there'd be no point for the West or East, honestly.
23 of the league's 30 teams had to approve the change. Eastern Conference teams,
they don't want that,
enjoying their easier road, weren't about to vote themselves out of an advantage. In 2017, players like Jimmy Butler, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony were all traded to the West, further diluting the Eastern Conference. The disparity very much existed. Then 2022 brought genuine hope as the East edged out the West in head-to-head conference wins. The 9th seeded Hawks in 2022 would remain the 9th seed if you dropped them.
It was
in the
balanced
West.
then. It was more
Even
balanced.
all NBA selections started evening out between the two conferences. Balance looked possible for the first time in over 2 decades. However, this wasn't a complete reversal. Golden State won the championship in 2022, and Denver took it in 2023, both West teams. But in 2024 and 25, the West resumed its dominance. Some of this comes down to luck. Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan all happened to land in the West as rookies, and they were involved in 14 of the West's recent 17 titles. But there's a reason the West keeps winning. A tougher conference pushes teams to get better.
Better
Look at
competition.
The Rockets and Bulls.
Iron sharpens
Houston
iron.
was a 17-win team in 2021, finishing last in the West, and the Bulls were a 31-win team, finishing as the 11th seed. But in the tougher West, Houston committed to a full rebuild and emerged as a 52-win playoff team by 2025. Meanwhile, the Bulls in the weaker East have remained stuck in mediocrity for almost forever. A major reason for the Bulls being so mediocre is their owner, Jerry Reinsdorf.
I have to live with this team be owned by one of the greediest, selfish, and incompetent people in sports.
Jerry, do we seem like we're happy there, Jerry? Does it feel like this fan base is a happy fan?
Yeah, Chicago
Jerry
has been like
Reinsdorf is pound for pound
ass.
one of the worst owners in sports history, and he gets a pass
since like the Michael
routinely
Jordan
because
days.
guys like James
Honestly,
Dolan.
D Rose gave y'all some hope, but sadly to D Rose, he had no knees.
I'm a Knicks fan until the day I die, but Dolan's got to sell.
Well, I would be hard-pressed to find one single Knicks fan that doesn't wish for their Christmas wish list that he would sell this team.
Sell today.
Sell the team! Anything I can sell the team? You want to not come to any more games? Why?
Nonetheless.
You can't boo the owner of the team who has been
That's
a laughingstock.
crazy. Yo, fans were just expressing their right to be fans, and then the owner threatens, you want to not come to any more games. That's crazy. Is this guy still the owner now?
Why?
Nonetheless.
You can't boo the owner of the team
He's probably
who
still
has
the owner.
been a laughingstock.
Dolan is a problem because Dolan is petulant. He's a child. He gets them in the news for the wrong reasons.
Else, ironically, sell the team.
In this season, it looks like the East might be the least competitive it has ever been. Even opening night only featured Western teams. With injuries to Halliburton and Tatum, the two prominent Eastern contenders are taking a gap year. That leaves us with the Knicks and Cavs, two of the top 3 seeds in the East last year.
When did this video
and
come out?
also, maybe the Magic and the Hawks. That's 3 to 4 teams that might be contending for the conference championship.
So Detroit was
because
also
the West is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, the West is crazy, and the West is going to be so good even for the years to come. What the fuck? You're making Wimby. Why the fuck did that edit make Wimby look like a fucking god? Gods of men, boys, bro. Look at this.
The West is a whole different ball game.
Look at him. What the fuck?
Here's Curry, deep triple.
Curry's so good, bro.
The defending champions are hungry for more. The Nuggets pushed the Thunder to 7 games last playoffs. Now they've upgraded their roster even further. The Rockets added Kevin Durant to a young defensive team that desperately needed shooting. The Warriors added Jimmy Butler last season, and they went on an undeniable run. They also added more size and depth. Steph Curry finally has some help. Then there's the Lakers.
Whoa. This guy said Steph Curry finally has some help. Like he hasn't got help his whole career, bro. Ain't no way. No.
Steph Curry finally has some help. Then
he's had help his whole career, bro. Literally every championship, maybe besides like the first one, but it was like Baby Curry and like Klay Thompson, and the first and the last one, yeah, no help. But bro, come on, them Kevin Durant Warrior days, bro, that shit was kind of lame.
There's the Lakers, Clippers, Timberwolves, and even the San Antonio Spurs. The Wild West totally lives up to its name. An absolute bloodbath. So here's the question everyone keeps asking. Should the NBA scrap conference-based playoffs and switch to a top 16 format? What do you think?
What do y'all think, man? But yeah, thank you for watching. Comment down below, like, and hope you have a good rest of your day.